Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Julie of Julie's Plans, and in today's video I wanted to share with you my personal rings. Now I've kind of been sneaking pictures here and there that I've been setting up rings for actually quite some time. Probably a little over a month or so. I've kind of gone back and forth as to whether or not I really wanted to include rings in my planning system, but to be quite honest, I feel like I've always had this sort of like love affair with rings. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. But sometimes they're not very useful in my planning style. And then other times I crave this type of planning. And I hope that that makes sense. One of the initial questions that I got when I shared that I was setting up rings was, what will I be eliminating from my current planning system? And I know that this might not make sense to a lot of people, and that's perfectly okay, but I actually have no plans to get rid of anything else. There's a small portion of my planning style that is truly a hobby, and something that I love to do in setting up planners is one of those things when I have the time for it. So as I had time here and there, I started setting it up. My current planner that I'm using is this Gillio Compagna, and it is in the color Anthricite. I don't know how the color is going to pick up on my camera here, but it's like almost like a dark gray with a little bit of brown in it. I have my Filofax mold in here, and the brown just isn't gonna come out. It's gonna look super gray next to it, but while I do love Gillio planners, they are super, super pricey, so I always have other options that are far more affordable. At least to me, the Filofax Original is always a favorite of mine. It's very simple and to the point. Everything looks good in it, like literally everything. And this one is in the color Stone. It's almost got like a weird blue hue on my screen here, but it could be the lighting. And then of course the Filofax Malden. This is just the planner that I've purchased like 500 times. And I think I finally learned that even if I'm not gonna use it, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm just not gonna get rid of it. It's always one that I go back to or that I wish I had always kept. So even if I don't use it, it's gonna stay in my collection. So like I said, I'm currently in a Gillio. We'll see how long I stay in that. I do prefer a Gillio simply because the rings are slightly larger. I don't like, as you can see, I don't like to keep my Gillio super stuffed, but I like to be able to turn pages without a whole lot of issues. So on the very front here, I have one of my favorite Ollie clips. I have a ton of these, but always gravitate towards the leopard print. No idea why. It's just one of my favorite patterns. So when you open it up, I don't have a lot of stuff going on here. I have found that with rings, for me, what works is to keep it as simple as humanly possible. I just have one of the Erin Condren compliment cards in here, along with one of the hexagon paper clips. I actually don't have anything in the pocket, nothing in this pocket, nothing back here. I don't even think I have anything in this back pocket. No, I don't have anything in this, which is another feature that I love about the Gillios, is that they have this amazing back pocket that you can fold 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper, and they fit in here perfectly. So if you have any larger documents that you need to keep with you. So of course it has the fly leaf. Immediately opening up, one of the things that I love about this planner in particular is that the cover itself is very neutral, and you'll see throughout my setup here that I prefer neutral with like pops of rainbow. It's just been something that I really loved lately, and that's how I want to keep it. First up, I have this. It's just like a clear fly leaf that came with one of my Filofax planners. And then I have this bookmark that I had made out of like lamination, like you just run the two pieces through the laminator and it creates almost like that fly leaf material. It's just a little bit thicker. And I just have these post-it page flags going down it. I love using these in my planning system to pre-plan, but I only keep a few of each one so that it's not super bulky in the planner. And then I just put this strip of washi tape right here that has like the little, it's black and white with the hearts on it. And then I actually have it cut on the slits right here so that it's easy to take in and out. And you'll see that I actually have a lot of things cut with slits in my planner so that I don't have to keep opening and closing the rings. It's just something that I try to be aware of so that I don't damage it. So a lot of this is actually from my rings already being set up. I just had to update the inserts that were in it because I haven't used rings in, oh gosh, I think almost a year. So anytime you see this vellum, I believe it's from Hobby Lobby, and then this deer sticker is from the Happy Planner. And I have had this in numerous planners, numerous personal planners, so I just popped it right in here. All of these white dividers are from Simply Erin Joy on Instagram. I believe she sells these sets of dividers through her Instagram. I'll be sure to put her information down in the description box below. Now, first section has like all of my monthly inserts, and these tabs right here are actually from the Container Store. It's the only way I've been able to find tabs that are in all the rainbow colors. I was actually missing one color, so if you look closely, there's only 11 tabs instead of 12. I need to order one of the sets. That's why they're not labeled just yet, is because I need to add one and move the rest down. So like I said, I haven't used any of these monthly inserts up until August, and in August I mainly kept it just pen and highlighter, and that just worked for me because I have other planners, you guys seen them on this channel, and I use stickers and things like that in there. Now for September, I did use some stickers, but only because I actually messed up and made some mistakes and needed to cover them up. So yeah, that's what I did there. And then this little bookmark is actually from Filofax. A lot of their planners come with the brown bookmarks, but if I get a Filofax and it has this clear frosted bookmark, I definitely keep it because it's my preferred bookmark for sure. So I have all of those through the end of this year, and then I've already popped in my So Much Crafting month on 2-page inserts, so I'm super excited to try these. They're, oh my god, this paper just feels amazing, and I love the font that she uses, so that is awesome. On to my next divider. Again, it's that same vellum. I've had this set up like this for well over a year. I'm not sure where everything's from. I think it's just various, like this is some scrapbook paper and stickers from, I think this is from Amy Tangerine, and I have no idea where that's from, but I love it. So my next section is actually where I keep my weekly inserts. Right now I'm just using inserts from Annie Plans. One of the things that I love about printable inserts is that I could change my mind weekly if I wanted to, and I could have them instantly just by going onto her website and ordering whatever insert I feel like using. So that is both dangerous and fun. But I've really been liking this week on one page with just the grid on this side, simply because it kind of reminds me of a Hobonichi Weeks. And at the same time, I don't need this system to require a sticker kit because I already use sticker kits in my Erin Condren. So in here, I've mainly been using like leftovers of like planner cake kits or just other things like that. You'll notice this, and it's kind of been in like the corresponding kit that I have been using in my Erin Condren. So if there were stickers left over, that's what I used over here, or I just used some from the samplers that she gives out. I only have these from the beginning of August. And so yeah, I've really been liking this just because it's really simple. I don't have to overthink it. Sometimes in rings, I prefer a daily setup, but for now, I'm just gonna keep it like this. I love just having like a little running to-do list, like a to-do to go into call section here. And as I get things done, I either check it off, or I even think I went into like crossing things out. I don't even know why I used blue ink this week, but I think once I started, I didn't want to go back. So there's that section, and then we go into September. On Annie's inserts, you get the month included, plus this graph page right here, like this habit tracker, but I don't use the month here because I'm using the month over in my monthly section. So I just skip over to this habit tracker, and I love it because I just have my routines across here. And then I wanted to go back to tracking like my mood. I've seen this shared numerous times all across social media, but you just kind of put a dot like where, you know, whatever mood you're feeling, you put the dot there for that day, and then as each day goes on, it almost turns into like a graph, and it's kind of cool to see at the end of the month how it went. Right now, I'm hovering between anxious and stressed, thanks to a little hurricane named Dorian. We're just gonna move on from that. Okay. So moving on to this week, that's how this week looks. It's pretty plain. It's not anything like super decorated. I keep it pretty simple, and like I said, I just use leftover stickers. So I have all of those inserts through December in here. However, I also have some So Much Crafting vertical week on 2 pages. It kind of reminds me of like my old school planning style in rings when I originally started in rings like years ago, like 3-4 years ago. Like week on 2 page vertical was like all that was out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and give those a try. They don't start till October though, so I haven't put those in here yet. And again, that's kind of what I love about rings. If you want to change your layout, you just take it out and switch it out and put them in. And I love that part, and it's a little bit addicting to keep changing things because for me, it keeps me from getting bored. And I think that's just where I'm at right now. So I don't know how long I will stay in this system, but as long as I am in this system, I'll continue to share with you guys if you want to see it. So that is that section, all of my weekly inserts through December. Now my next section is geared more towards like health and wellness. Annie has this step tracker, which you can see I kind of already like fell off in the month of August, but again, I started for the month of September. I really like this. My goal is to always walk 10,000 steps a day. It is kind of hard because I do have a sit down office job. So anytime I actually reach the 10,000, which is way over here, by the way, it's so amazing. And it's usually on the days that I get my workouts, because my workouts include walking 2 to 3 miles, and that instantly gets me to 10,000 steps easily when you include the steps that I take throughout the day. So I just have a few pages of that. And then when I go into here, I kind of Mod Podged put together this little like weight tracker thing. All of these stickers are from Planner Kate. And then what I did was I just took a graph paper from one of her inserts, and that's how I did that, and then just drew a line. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer for you guys, but I just added a line there. That way I could put the date that I reached that weight, and you know, who knows if I'll ever get down here, but I liked how it looked, so that was super cute. And then on this page, so this page right here is from her, I think it's a plant insert, where you can keep track of how you're caring for your plants. And I'm gonna put like wellness or self-care or something on here. I'm gonna letter it and put it on there. Just haven't done it yet. But I used an Erin Condren sticker here that says celebrate. I don't know if you can see it, but I am gonna come up with a list of ways to reward myself when I reach those weight goals that I am trying to reach. And then I saw this, I have like a blank page in between here. I think I'm gonna fill this with quotes. I'm not 100% sure just yet. And then I saw this compass assessment thing from Planning Mama on Instagram. I haven't filled mine out yet, but it's almost like that level 10 life thing. If you just search the hashtag on Instagram, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But it's kind of like where you just do an assessment on different areas of your life, obviously with the goal being at a level 10. I didn't include the levels on here, but I just kind of drew it out because I thought it would be cool to do an assessment at this time of year. September, the last quarter, always seems like a good time to reassess where you are and maybe where you want to be for the end of the year, starting into the new year. So I haven't filled mine out because some of the stuff's kind of personal, so I just wanted to wait till after I filmed this video. Next, in my health section, I actually have an area where I keep track of my TSH. For those of you that don't know, if you're new to my channel or just new to following me in general, I have actually had thyroid cancer 3 times. So tracking my TSH is extremely important to my overall health and well-being. I like to keep a log. I cannot tell you how many times I am asked when my TSH was last tested and when were my levels. I don't keep those printouts, you know, over the years carried with me at all times. I actually have a note page on my phone where I also keep this, but just in case my phone isn't with me or my planner is with me, I have it in more than one spot, or heaven forbid my family needs to reference it, I have it written down somewhere as well. But it has actually come in quite handy to have it written down because I was recently called by my soon to be former endocrinologist's office with the wrong test results, and I actually had to correct them, and it was all because I had this information written down. So if there's something that you're regularly keeping track of, I highly recommend keeping a log somewhere, whether it's on a device like your phone or your computer, or having it written down somewhere in a planner or a separate notebook that you have for wellness, because I'm going to tell you, you have to be your own advocate when it comes to your health. And if you want to question something that someone is telling you, don't be afraid to do it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I just have another piece of that vellum and this sticker from the Happy Planner, Messy Bun, and Getting Stuff Done. Sure. I just thought it was cute and went with the overall theme that I was trying to go with, I guess. Now, this section actually has, it's more like a home area. I have this recurring tasks insert from Peanuts Planner Co. I actually had another one of these that I used last year, but now that I'm just now moving back into this, it's blank, so I'm gonna keep it in here. It starts in January, and I figured I would just save it for the new year since there's only 3 months left of this year. I can't even believe 3 months, 4 months. 4 months. Oh my God. Okay. So I have a home project section here, and it just has like the different areas of the house and things that we still want to get done. I haven't done the master bedroom part yet, but yeah, I will get to that. You get the gist of it. There's just a section here. I used my mild liners just to highlight these areas and make it kind of easier to see and just pop off the page. And then I just have some extra notes pages and some random quote. I don't know why I left it here in this section, but it can stay there, I guess. Next up is my bills section. I don't actually keep bills per se, but there are some monetary related things in this section of the planner. I have this year at a glance pullout from Annie Plans in here. I love this thing. So this is where I track all of our paydays for the entire year, because we do have multiple streams of income. Thank God for that, right? So I have like in green my paydays, and blue Jesse's paydays, in this sort of reddish orange color are all of my social media incomes. And then we also have retirement and disability that we also get. And that's usually at the same time every month. It just depends on when the first happens, right? So this way I can just at a glance see who's getting paid as the months going across and the days going down. And honestly, this is just very visually pleasing. But this actually comes in a 5-year bundle at Annie's website. So I just have 2019, 2020, and 2021, and 2022. I think it started with 2018, and I just took that one out, but I really like having this in here. I just covered the pink up with washi tape. I just prefer it with the black, so when we get to next year's, I'll probably do the same thing there. And then next up I have, and this is actually an old sheet, this is an online order tracker from Peanuts Planner Co. These are actually some orders from last year, I think. Yeah, last year. Wow, this is almost a year ago. And then I have a list of the shops that I ordered with during the Wild Collab sale a couple weeks ago, along with the code and how much each one was. And then I'm just sort of tracking as they come in, because, and here's what's really hard, I'm not opening any of the orders because I want to do a haul. So I've kind of just been setting them aside in my office, but this way I can keep track of when they're here, and when they're all here, I'll film that video. So keep an eye out for that, because I am so excited for the stuff that I ordered. And then it just goes on with some more online tracker inserts. Then I have more of that vellum, a die cut from Kimmy Plans, and another die cut on this side from Kimmy Plans. I love this girl. She's just holding a coffee. That's totally me. Okay, so last section is odds and ends, and it is literally just odds and ends. It is tons of like notes pages, wish lists, things I was trying to like sell and get rid of, things I'd like to get in the future. I started a capsule wardrobe idea thing. This is just full of notes, like legit. Just some of them I took out because they were really old and super irrelevant, but I love this area. It's almost like just a brain dump as well. And then the rest is just filled with more notes pages to just use randomly or take out from this area and tuck into other sections of my planner. Lastly, as far as these type of inserts, I have 2 of these Filofax pocket inserts. I don't know if they come in other variations. I thought they had card ones, but the planners, when you order from Filofax, come with these. So I just have 2 back here. I don't know that I'll keep this one here because clearly I'm not using it, but I just have some of the famous and currently in this style discontinued Martha Stewart Dewdrops. They do sell them now, but they're missing a color and they're just not the same. They're like semi-glossy. I'm not a fan. So I'm holding on to these with dear life because I love them so much. And like I said, I have another pocket here that I'm not sure I'm gonna keep in here, but I also keep some of the Planner Kate freebies that you get with your order. I love using the freebies in extra planners so I don't feel like I'm wasting stickers, even though I don't feel like any sticker goes to waste. So back here, I don't even know why I kept this back here, but I was flagging some things off the top here, but I just have some Post-it, I think it's Post-it brand page flags that I found at Target. Some of my business cards. I don't have a whole lot of cards in here yet. I haven't decided if I want to put more business cards or actually branch out into using this as a wallet. I've seen a lot of people use this as a wallet. I'm not sure I'm ready to do that. So, and again, back here, I don't have anything yet. So that is like all of it, everything that is in here. I'm really loving this system and I'm loving how it's evolving, and I hope it continues to be a part of my system. Like I said, I'm not gonna get rid of anything else that I'm using. I love everything that I'm using, and the hobbyist part of me as far as planning goes loves trying new things, loves mixing things up just to sort of ease the boredom. I always tell people when I'm using multiple planners, my Erin Condren Life Planner is like my home base. That's the one that is the constant no matter what else is coming or going in my planning system, and that is still true to this very day. Okay, so that is everything for my personal rings setup. I hope you guys loved this video. If you have any questions at all about any of the items mentioned in this video, please feel free to ask down below in the comments. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you will stick around and subscribe. I do post videos every single week. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate your support. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.